This is the Meath team that will start with Ireland's international rules keeper Paddy O'Rourke between the posts. Centre-back Donald Keoghan captains a team that has screens Harry Rooney and Clonard's Adam Flanagan at centre field. One late change sees Davy Dalton start at centre forward instead of Mark O'Sullivan. It's a Kildare selection that looks good up front, with Keith Cribben now at centre forward and Fionn Dowling at full. Gary White is a late alteration in midfield and he will start beside Pádraig O'Neill. But Kildare will have to stop conceding goals despite having a very good goalkeeper in Mark Donlan.
No gunyan doon and dachul fear year nog so good damn should come down down. It's come down to me cliché he's more on the draw gunyan the galva. I should be died and try Garen Dach win to straw look for shin a crocha lob go haria. Agus blishe tí seachtain ag na fórne héisina ionach tracham Dalton Keane go Kildare an Shintan Má chulaí chléis na Mick O'Grady sin tá feáilteanta agus réiteach gon chluife seo sinna fear chun dain dún Kieran Brannigan an gramú den ta bouta sin ag Pádraig Kernan go chun dain na mí agus well bei deisian seo ag fear na gicaní sira go Kildare sinna fear ó chuman áí sinna darach mal hall agus fear bhí fearchrín ó na gicaní sira a bheachtas Kildare a garní bhrin don ó iad san ag clisin sa glufi canis héis an breistre go na bhil ach lé Beidir stíl Rooney neamh nach ag mal hális na gicaní sira ach tar ná bín se fearchrín agus tasnúdís nach leis ag léirún crinne sin díirech is deach heidir sin trasnán. Fitzpatrick taachtamach sin chun mí. Brian Menton chun na himimeáí fear bhí chun na mí an tachtan se caiite se chun Menton fós ag imacht slata go fiiciach. Paslava siar sin gotí Flanagan. Se chun Graham Riley gur bheith casa las din sin gáin dá Riley gur bheith goil tríd lára chosins Kildare ar a láimh strachaí an bát sin bhí agus kicksí ar staach brunta chun na mí. Sin Mickey Newman a thugus an kicksíir seo a ball an cheann seo an talla. Newman ar 9 thugus na kickní sira leis an mróid gas agus leis an gitóig an ceann sin bailte go deasa Mickey Newman agus tíirech mar rinne darach mal hall an tí bháin na páitge ba Newman ná an álaí an ar a tí bheile. Cínta gur siad fear ímocht lena dispantas an tachtan seo caite an ceann sin tuí bhaid botún den duine ag Fitzpatrick agus Bicky Sauce a géimean ó Gallaghan se chun Fionn Dowling an sin agus Pianos chur ar chosantáí na mí. Ní rob a botún sin íon agus iad tuairtmhób sellh na pelletíocht amach an sin an ceann but a leis a géimean ó Gallaghan agus Fionn Dowling a chud Pianos arb mar sin na fórne leis a chó scór.
Meath replacement number 10 Graham Riley is replaced by 23 Sean Tobin.
Sin is cínta go bullet an sin carta dubh sin brunta Graham Riley. Sean Tobin tací seach na áit agus seachún Kildare seachún Óna Flaherty. Mickey Burke sin áide. Boutal passage sin go deasa sin le darach mal hall. Se chun Pádraig Fogarty leis a ceann sin agus a ceann sin bailte isteach go hálainn. An se Keith Cribben a bhín sin go leis gealach ní ar rud amháin in Eaton Cribben nuair fuir se an deis an bouta sin. Er a buinte agus a ceann sin bailte go hálainn aige. Sin a cúnaí na steise feici an sa glufa se go dtí an seáid fáid Calton. Cínta chuid seargan immer te Kildare go dtí an ceann sin isteach sa gúine. Tús má chuir darach mal hála se glufa sin dar mal hála sin a ggéir bheith géalú leis de. Agus an feáil géalte an bouta sin ag Donald Keoghan. Is bei deis ellen seo ag mal hall wain chic sir. Ag mu de mal hall a bouta sin agus a ggéir bheith géalú leis de bhfuil for se sunk begad sin wain Keoghan. Is beidir kick sir bug goach well Pegn sin hín na lábh ard gomáin sin ag Keoghan. Is mar sin bei deis eile ag darach mal hall. In ceann se níos stochar na cé ceann na thóg se ag fíorthúil san chluife bailte leis a tíomhlíne. Ceann sin na breanú go má tuiste go hála na sin ag darach mal hall. Agus a héana bochan an kick sir. Is ábhat an kick sir a thógáil. Rooney got from Keenan East. Barrow kick sir will counter me. Pucky Sussig O'Brien at chin. Darrell O'Brien Lachuli Lod Gimmer teaching us Cody Lina Long Hool Kildare took us Cudsworth Shellive Shahun Kildare Conscious took him over Cubs puts it at the chin Shahun Andrew Tormey's in the Valachstack Tormey forcing him up the goal the one to Joey Wallace Ryan Andrew Tormey Lashane agus Tormey Obleton Cooley and Amshu will be rint round like Tormey and Bautish and agus Haitian Lirach in a walk on the dash the Imrori yes agus Clego ach Vertish at Dullah Shane agus Rinchan Kinnecart agus Amshu Cooley Ella go chun down me There's Kinsey Kenna Juan about to do and try now to go cliff fear Kenna on the Hashak the foreign Garen Duff on to Shash and Wohan. Kinsey go rinse Contanis in O'Brien him only Gadisha Shahun Gary White testing with the Park O'Neill well O'Neill able to Kildare her taking the holy Nathan Keen Target Divin it's Margaret Stool of Park O'Neill a Bishop and Keen chin on it's Lar Potke the whole lucky Lar Potke and Gary White as Shabas Park O'Neill is showing Conscion Shahun Finn Dowling and Lantasach Wadamach on the Bautish and Himpler can't learn the Potke O'Brien is in Shabas Gary White Team Fair Damson Sarhol in their ball Shana Keith Cribben forced in the Valach and Keen Amy Lashing and Lina Calach Kugmade or Machcha with the Park Fogarty past desk the O'Neill ta Ailey Lashtig and Hostin the Bautish Shahun Park O'Neill in the Valach Stach will Deshin Shaw land the hour in the Park O'Neill agus Holin and Yeke Lam Shig of Arlar Potke a Horinish the Hanged Desk O'Neill Gale Lashtig and Hostin the Bautish agus an pass feici ag Park Fogarty agus ha pucimach ag Fogarty an sin is Kildare eile cheirigh cín go chúlíní chun cín is cinnte go dastín scóir seo chun den na míos mar tíochtta níos go le hama fiáil dinta sin ar Mickey Burke the captain the mission at Donald Keogan and pass it Ashik Burke the force of Dolphin Keen Stachel Larbuil Shachon Brian Menton and Ballyconscion as in Glushuk Dasik on the enemy because Brian Menton could he Conscion had it last done Brian Menton at Southland Keen on it where Lachuli Cleo who's on Cliff Shaw Mickey Burke and Jen Lesha Bass it's Menton Obeltithiach no
Breaking ball picked up by Andrew Tormey. Survived a hefty challenge from Kieran Fitzpatrick. Be a great point if it goes over the bar. And that's exactly what it is. Good work, Andrew Tormey. It's his second point of the match. But he really had a rough journey here. Survived the challenge, made the space, kicked a great point.
Substitution on the Meath team, number 5. Patrick Hanlon has been replaced by number 20, Brian Power.
Ball is given away so easily. There's a counter-attack on here. Derek Mulhall. Available is Mick O'Grady. Can the cornerback score? Yes, he can. Should have been Meads all the way. Sloppy passing. Punished severely by Kildare. Oh, great layoff. Good work here by Meath. Can they capitalise on it? Right man, right place. It's Stephen Bray. And it's over the bar. 10 points to 9 in Park Charlton and Navan. And the best we've seen from the Royals so far. Good layoff by the Meath captain. Good finish by Stephen Bray. Slipping through the fingertips of Niall Kelly. Advantage Meath. It's Brian Menton. This to put Meath in front. Menton has gone for the return. The kick is taken and it's over the bar. Excellent play by Meath. Wonderful counter-attack. Mickey Newman will take the plaudits and the round of applause. First point from play from Mickey Newman. Owen Doyle. Here comes the shot. It's a little bit short. Paddy O'Rourke battling with Tomas O'Connor. Two big men. Goalkeeper wins the tussle. Sean Tobin. Stephen Bray. At speed, Andrew Tormey. Can he finish? Can he what? It's his third point of the match. And Andrew Tormey has produced the goods. Great layoff by Bray. Great finish by the Dunamore Ashbourne clubman. This has been a good recovery by Meath. 3 points down at the break. They could well win this by 1 or 2. It's Flanagan with the shot and the points. Adam Flanagan from Clonard has given Meath victory here. Guaranteed it at least. Down 3 at half-time. Meath win by 2 on a full-time score of Meath 13 points, Kildare 11.
Well, job done for Meath last night, but I think a vital next outing now for Kildare after those back-to-back defeats. And one thing about it, I suppose, Kevin, was you're looking at Meath last night, and you were saying this to me earlier on, towards the end of that game, when they needed to kind of show something, Meath, there was kind of like that traditional Meath sort of go about them in the end.
Yeah, you could hear the roar actually coming out of Páirc Tailteann. About 5 minutes to go, level pegging, and then there was the bit of grit that was going to who wanted the last few scores to get the 2 points. And I'd have to say the second half effort by Meath made them deserved winners. But after the Galway effort last week, you know, they were very poor against Galway. And you'd expect a reaction, but they didn't get it. Meath's first half was not good, but their second half was everything that's good about them. They scored freely and scored well, and in the end, as I said, deserve it. But one of the features of a lot of the games I'm looking at is this blanket defence. It hasn't gone away, I'm afraid.
No, it has not, no.
And there are 3 ways to beat it, you know. Accuracy from distance, that'll put an end to it. Long, early ball will put an end to it. Or working the ball through your hands, you know, being patient. But you must think it through, Michael. You can't just arrive on the day and think, we'll figure this out. And this is what won't beat it. Going laterally across the field, slowly, without support, and then think in the end that a nice foot pass is going to open it. Because Kildare now, I've highlighted, have 14 men behind the ball. If you can get a pass into a corner forward or full forward, well, you're a better man than most. It's going to be swamped and ate up. And that's exactly what happened. You cannot finish off attacking a blanket with foot passing. It has to be through the hands. If you've thrown away the earlier options of scoring from distance or the long early ball. But Meath learned, and they drove on at the end and got the crucial points.
They did. Dermot, let me talk to you about your own county. Not the start that Jason Ryan, the manager, would have wanted down there. 2 defeats now from the first 2 games. And there's a gap now of 3 weeks to let this thing kind of ferment in fellas' heads.
Well, I think Kildare were favourites to go back up to Division 1. And, you know, as you said, after the first 2 games, 0 points. It's a worry. And I think, as you emphasised, Kevin, on the blanket, I think they're spending too much emphasis on actually defending. You saw Derek Mulhall there back in that clip. You know, he's one of our scorers. He should be up. So it's worrying that over the last 2 games, we've been in control at certain stages. I think we led that game for over an hour. We were 3 points ahead against Down, and we let them back in. And now we go into a 3-week period before our next game where, in the past, I think, teams do an awful lot of training, up the intensity for preparation for March and April. Kildare in the past haven't done that. Yeah. And I think this is going to be a huge mental test for those players. There's a few that have to come back from injury. Alan Smith, Emmett Bolton as well, Mikey Conway. Maybe get them in there and provide the leadership, similar to the way Tyrone required that leadership as well. It's Westmeath you take on in the next match in 3 weeks' time. Kevin, just one other result I want to have a look at before we wrap up on this week's programme. We'll talk about the All-Ireland champions, Kerry. Last week they got beaten down in Kildare. This weekend they win on the road, as they say, up in Derry. So I suppose we're not reading too much into them one way or the other.
But we didn't last week, if you recall. We said, you know, they are the All-Ireland champions, slightly different to the Tyrones of this world that were losing last week. So they could take it nice and cagey for